I'd like to introduce Julie Thompson. Julie's going to tell her story.
Good morning, everybody. I hope you can all hear me. Well, I'd like to say I was one of these young people once, making a lot of decisions, a lot of choices that weren't very easy. I had a lot of decisions to make, some hard, some easy. But I was very lucky. I had a lot of people around me who helped me make that choice a little bit easier. Some of the decisions they helped me make I didn't understand very well, and it was very hard for me to make sense of what they were saying to me at times, but thankfully they helped me make the decisions I made because it made my life easier. What I would like to say though, very fundamental, everybody has a choice. No matter what that choice is, it may not be choices that we want to make, but it's choices that have to be made in order for us to go forward with our individual lives. I don't like to think of myself as someone who made it. I made choices, and my choices were that I was going to get my own house. I think I was going to get a job at some point. But yeah, I did get a house. I haven't got quite the job yet. I've done it in a roundabout way. I went back to school. I went back to university. I had a dream. My dream was to go there. Never thought I'd get there. So a lot of other people didn't think I'd get there either. But I did. And that was through a lot of help and guidance from, again, various people. So again, my message is, no matter how independent you are, you can still be independent, but acknowledge that you need people around you to make that independence happen. But now I've come full circle, and now I do have the house. I do have my chosen path in life, one that I chose, one that, again, people help me make decisions. People still help me make decisions from when I rise in the morning and from when I go to bed. I'm still being helped to make decisions, but they respect my independent mind. So even though I don't have an independent body, I do have an independent mind. And I think, just to finish off with, I think it's very, very, very important to remember that we're not just talking about young people in transition today. We're talking about everybody in transition. Everybody needs somebody, be that a husband, a wife, brother, mother, sister. We all turn to somebody for guidance. That's all we need. Some guidance, someone to actively listen, someone that actually hears what we want and what we say. Okay, we might not get the things we want in the order that we want them, but we will get them in the order which they are due to come. It may not be easy. It may be damn hard at times. But with hope, strength and determination from all parties involved, we'll all get there. Thank you for listening.
Julie, thank you very much. I think much of what you said there I was trying to say at the beginning, and I think you said it a lot more eloquently than I ever could have. Thank you.
Keeping young people as the focus works. It's about listening and involving young people in decisions which affect them. And now there is a range of tools and techniques to help make this happen.
We're about to think about going into the workshops.
Many organisations have developed the ways they help young people plan their future around the PCP model. The conference workshops showed how many unique approaches can come from that one central idea.
So you had certainly from the Shelley project looking at employment and looking at how people can travel to employment.
So what we did was we sat down in a room with myself, another job coach and Charmaine, and we talked about what she was doing with her life just now.
Every workshop showed an approach which started with the young person and explored past experiences, present and future hopes to build a clear picture for everyone.
You had from Career Scotland, looking at advice and guidance and moving on from school and listening to people, listening to their aspirations, linking up with different organisations in a different way. The fact that I wasn't actually in the workshop, but I know that the people themselves invite who they want to the review, and they will write a letter asking people to come to the review. And I think that's a very empowering thing for somebody to actually be involved in it and have the control of who's coming to the review and who's being involved in their lives.
Because Douglas was going to be at the centre, there was going to be much more talking from Douglas and much more, there's two people I suppose I should say who ran the meeting. These were two facilitators, and they made sure that Douglas was at the centre, and everything that was said by the rest of the group went by Douglas, and only when Douglas said, I understand that, I want that on my poster, was it drawn up or written up by the other facilitator?
Yes, we met several times before my meeting. Clark asked me questions about my hopes. We also spoke about my life now. We put together posters of answers to help us both remember what we discussed.
Making a chart of the plan, a visual record, is important. Dreams and aspirations have an important place beside more practical matters. In the end, each plan belongs to the young person and it can go on growing with them.
You had the transitions from Marie and Gillian looking at schools, which I think if I could come into play would be tremendous. It would make a tremendous difference to us if the work that's happening in schools carries on beyond the gates, and we can really tap into that. And if it's something that's coming from the person and the information is coming from the person, then that's for us as a service out of school, if you like. That's tremendous information from us.
Now they thought that the cartoons were absolutely brilliant. That's been recently added, and it really makes it personal to them.
The pilot, what we decided was that we wanted to get a really good snapshot. We wanted to know where this document could be used, who could use it, how effective it was going to be. So what we did was we involved the college in Inverness with their Workwise programme. We involved Career Scotland to see how they could use it. We involved Adult Basic Education, who have now taken the document and they've ripped out the bit about education and they're slotting in the bit about adult education, and they're going to use all the other tools that are for the adult education people. If you just want to have a go at doing it, I think it's really important. We've all done it, and the reason we've done it is because if you expect young people to do it, you've got to understand the process yourself. And it's a very enabling process, but it's not an easy process.